We all have dreams, we all set goals, but the truth is, most of them never happen. Why? Because success doesn't come from one big leap forward, it comes from the tiny, invisible actions we repeat every single day. It's not the goals you set that define your future, it's the habits you build. The hidden power of tiny habits. Think of the last time you made a big resolution. Maybe it was to get in shape, start a business, or learn a new skill. It felt exciting, right? Motivating. But the problem? Motivation fades. It's inconsistent. And we rely on it too much. Here's the thing. Life doesn't change in giant, sweeping moments of willpower. It's shaped by the small, nearly invisible choices you make every day. It's not about staying motivated. It's about staying consistent. One step at a time. One habit at a time. The compounding effect. How small changes lead to big results. Imagine this. You're flying a plane from New York to Los Angeles. If the nose of the plane is just a few degrees off course, you won't land in LA. You'll end up hundreds of miles away. It's a tiny change, but over time, it leads to a completely different destination. Habits work the same way. At first, a small shift in your daily behavior seems like nothing. It's easy to dismiss. Skipping that workout doesn't seem like a big deal. Eating that extra slice of cake feels harmless. But over time, those tiny decisions compound. They either push you closer to where you want to go, or they pull you further away. Every action you take is a vote for the person you want to become. Building identity through habits. Here's the key. Your habits shape your identity. Every action you repeat becomes a reflection of who you are. It's not just about doing something once or twice. It's about doing it consistently until it becomes part of your identity. If you run every day, even for 5 minutes, eventually you're no longer someone who wants to run. You're a runner. Small habits change how you see yourself. They shift your identity from someone who tries to someone who is. If you write every day, even for 10 minutes, you're no longer someone trying to be a writer. You are a writer. This is the true power of habits. They don't just change what you do, they change who you become. The plateau of latent potential, but here's the catch. The results aren't immediate. This is where most people give up. They start a new habit, they're consistent for a few weeks, but they don't see the results they expected. It feels like nothing is happening. This is called the plateau of latent potential. The seeds you plant take time to grow, but most people get frustrated and quit before the breakthrough comes. Real change happens below the surface. It's happening in small, invisible ways, long before you see any physical evidence. Imagine an ice cube in a freezing room. The temperature rises slowly, 29 degrees, 30 degrees, 31 degrees, but the ice cube doesn't melt. Not until the temperature reaches 32 degrees. It's not that those earlier degrees didn't matter. They were necessary for the change to happen. But you don't see the result until a certain tipping point. Focus on systems, not goals. Most people obsess over goals. They think, if I could just hit this target, I'd be successful. But here's the truth. Your goal is the outcome. It's the end point. And if you're only focused on the goal, you're missing the bigger picture. Because achieving that goal doesn't mean you've built the habits needed to sustain it. Goals are important, but they're temporary. Systems, on the other hand, are the foundation. A system is the process you follow every day. If your goal is to run a marathon, the system is the training plan. If your goal is to write a book, the system is writing a little every day. Focusing on systems means you don't just hit the goal once and stop. You continue growing, improving, and adapting. Remember, success is not a destination, it's a process. It's about who you become, not just what you achieve. When you focus on systems, not only do you hit your goals, but you create a framework that will keep you improving long after those goals are met. Embrace the power of small habits. So, what's the secret to real, lasting change? It's not about taking one giant leap forward, it's about the tiny, consistent steps. The 1% improvements. The habits you build when no one is watching. It's about embracing the process, even when you can't see the results yet. Every day you have a choice. Take a step forward, no matter how small, or stay where you are. Success isn't some grand, unreachable milestone. It's hidden in the small things. The habits you build today will determine where you'll be tomorrow. So what's the one habit you can start today? Don't underestimate the power of starting small. Because over time, the small things always become the big things. Small habits, big changes. Start today ready to build habits that change your life. Subscribe for more content on how tiny actions lead to massive results. Remember, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to start.